Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Bayou Time. Stan Gravois here, talking about something near and dear to my heart. It is the annual induction of the Bayou Region Hall of Fame. And I'm so happy to have here with me Elmy Savoie. Elmy is the director of the Foundation for Terrebonne General. Glad you can make it here today as we're
Thank you
talking
so
about
much.
something that we actually work together on, and it's going to be right around the corner. Again, it's the induction ceremony, which we have annually during June for the Bayou Region Athletic Hall of Fame. For everybody out there who may not know the specifics related to the event, Elmy, give a rundown of when it's going to be this year, where it's going to be, all of those things pertaining to the event.
Absolutely. So it's a wonderful, actually wonderful program. The date is on June 23rd. It's Thursday, June 23rd, and it will start cash bar starts about 5:30. So the doors will open at 5:30. And then the event actually will start promptly at 6. So, and during that time, before we actually start the ceremony, we're going to have a great meal. It's going to be actually at Cypress Columns in Gray, Louisiana. And we also have some silent auction items. And we encourage people to come at 5:30 just to kind of visit with the inductees before we actually get to start the ceremony. And we think it's going to be a wonderful program.
This is based around the celebration of lives of 6 individuals on a yearly basis who have done some extraordinary things, and they're from our Bayou region,
That's
right?
right.
And it started a few years ago, but I think some people think it's mainly that and there's nothing more to it. But you just mentioned there's really a nice meal that goes along with it.
Absolutely.
It's more than that. It's a nice way for our community to get together, right?
Correct. And like I said, this is actually a benefit for the Foundation for Terrebonne General, specifically to help our Community Sports Institute. The proceeds from this event actually help continue the great programs that we offer in Terrebonne Parish to the students and the coaches of our area.
Very good. Let's take a look at those inductees from this year. All have terrific, interesting stories. We started all off with Bob Brunet, a native of Larose, Louisiana. Played over at Larose High School before South Lafourche officially was a high school. Then he went on to Louisiana Tech, had a great career there. As a matter of fact, he's in the Louisiana Tech Hall of Fame. Then went on and played for 10 years for the Washington Redskins. He played in the Super Bowl, folks, in 1972 against that Miami team that was undefeated. I, am very fortunate, Elmy. I had the opportunity to go out and talk to these guys to get their introduction videos together. And what a wonderful day I had going out and meet Mr. Bob and his family out in Denham Springs, where he lives now. So for all of you folks in the Larose area, come out and support Bob, as he is one of your own. And he is going to be our first inductee. Our second inductee is also from Larose, Art Cantrell. Grew up in Larose. He did play at South Lafourche High School. It was South Lafourche when he played there. And then he went on to star at LSU, where he actually led the SEC in rushing in 1970 and 71, was an all-SEC selection. Then he went on to play for the Birmingham Americans and won a ring as the top team in the World Football League in 1974. So you have 2 from Larose. So you folks from Larose, you have no reason not to come to this. You really need to come and pretty much support one of your own there at this event. We move on. Our next inductee was a friend of mine, Kenneth Dixon. Kenneth Dixon going in posthumously. Unfortunately, Coach Dixon passed away but a little over a year ago, and it was just tragic right after a playoff game, actually. He is a guy who has won a ton of games, 754 high school basketball games to be exact, and he also has 5 state championships to go along with that at Ellender Memorial. So it'll be fun listening to his story of his life, which is told by his sons, quite actually. Then we move on. A little different sport here, drag racing. Leonard Hughes, part of the Hughes, Candies and Hughes drag racing team. Mr. Leonard going to be inducted, and that's going to be a whole lot of fun because when you hear this guy's story, and he is right here from Houma, folks, it's going to blow your mind with just the treasures we have in our community. Moving on, Troy Johnson, young man who played over at South Terrebonne High School, went on to star with the Cardinals for a couple of years, played with the Steelers. Just a terrific story when you hear about Troy's life. We move on. Our last inductee is Tom Roussell. Tom Roussell grew up in Thibodaux, played at Thibodaux High School, went on to Southern Miss, and was basically an All-American on the collegiate level. He played for, first, the Washington Redskins, where he was drafted in the 2nd round, for 3 years and then came in and played for the Saints for a couple of years. It was fun interviewing Mr. Tom. I think we have a terrific class going in this year. Not only, I think when you start talking about the sports side of things, you sort of forget what they brought to their world, society, just the kind of people they are, their impact in the community. And I think when people see their videos, it really makes people feel good about where they're from. So I do look forward to it. We do want to, again, stress everything related to the specifics of the event. Again, the date.
Date is June 23rd. And I forgot to mention, actually, tickets are still on sale. We still have probably about 20 or 30 tickets still left. So make sure you give us a call. And the phone number is actually 873-4603. Or you can actually go to brahof.com to actually get tickets online. Again, the phone number is 873-4603 or brahof.com for tickets. And tickets are $50 each.
And listen, when we talk about $50, folks, if you see the meal that goes along with it,
It's a great meal.
that's worth it by itself. Everybody says that whenever they walk out each night. So again, a wonderful, wonderful event. Hope you all maybe can shed a little time with us on June 23rd. Thank you so much for giving some time for being here. We appreciate you giving that time, and we're in the home stretch.
Yes, looking forward to seeing you and everyone there.
Very good. That's it for us. We'll be back with more Buy It Time after this.